Hello everyone, this is Raj Srivastava and this is VIT Today FYI. The Bihar Assembly elections were announced by the Election Commission of India amid the COVID-19 pandemic and were set to be one of the largest held elections during this time. The election occurred in three phases over a period of 11 days. Voting for the first phase took place on October 28 and covered 71 assembly constituencies. The second phase of voting happened on November 3rd and covered 94 seats, while the third phase of voting took place on November 7th and covered 78 assembly seats. The 2020 Bihar election witnessed a voter turnout of 55.5%. To understand the scale of this election, approximately 7.5% of the total constituencies in India are from Bihar. If we try to understand the dynamics of this election, two major alliances are in the race for power in the state. On one side is the National Democratic Alliance, which includes Nitish Kumar's Janata Dal United with 115 seats and the Bharatiya Janata Party with 110 seats. Other than these, there are some smaller parties aligned with the NDA. On paper, Nitish Kumar, the ruling Chief Minister of Bihar, will become the Chief Minister again in the scenario where the NDA wins the election. On the other side, the Mahagathbandhan, which mainly comprises of Lalu Prasad's Rashtriya Janata Dal with 144 seats and the Congress with 70 seats. Understandably, there are some smaller parties who are aligned with the Mahagathbandhan as well. In the scenario where Mahagathbandhan wins the election, Lalu Prasad's son Tejasvi Yadav will become the Chief Minister of the state. In the previous Bihar elections in 2015, the contest was between BJP-led NDA minus JDU. JDU then was part of the Mahagathbandhan, which also included the Rashtriya Janata Dal and the Congress. Most exit polls predicted that NDA would get somewhere between 100 and 127 seats, which was higher than Mahagathbandhan, but it didn't indicate any majority. In the final results, however, with an absolute game-changing event, Mahagathbandhan won with a comfortable majority. Now, as of 8 November 2020, the exit polls have been released. According to one of India's primary pollster, Access, Tejasvi and his alliance are on the road to win about 150 to 160 seats, while the NDA is expected to win around 80 to 90 seats. According to some other major pollsters like the Times Now CV voter exit poll and the APP exit poll, a neck-to-neck fight between the two alliances is expected. The Republic Jan Ki Baat survey, however, suggests that the NDA will be the winner in the 2020 Bihar elections. In terms of vote share, the Mahagathbandhan alliance is winning a massive 44% vote share, while the NDA will win about 39%. According to major political think tanks, the NDA campaign was expected to struggle, but this result would come as a shock even to them. But if we look at the seat level poll, it comes to notice that many seats are a little too close to call. This essentially means that we should not rule out a counting day surprise, where NDA does better than the predicted exit polls and might also come out as a close winner. According to the exit polls, development and unemployment were the two major issues in the state of Bihar. In the Access poll, development has emerged as a major issue, suggesting that the slower economic growth in the last 5 years has slowed down the pace of development in the state. The unemployment rate stood at about 12% during the first phase of polling, which suggests that most of the citizens were angry and wanted change. So, what happened on 10th November, the counting day? Election Commission of India had set up 55 counting centers in all the 38 districts of the state. A 3-layer security had been provided at counting centers. The first layer comprised of the Central Industrial Security Force, the second layer was of Bihar Military Police, and the third of District Armed Police for 38 strong rooms across the state. It was interesting to observe closely as to who would the people of Bihar choose. Would it be the young Tejasvi Yadav or the incumbent but experienced Nitish Kumar? And once again, the exit polls predicted inaccurately. Nitish Kumar from the JDU in alliance with the BJP won the Bihar elections 2020. The people of the state have kept their faith in the incumbent leader and hope that he brings about some major improvements in the economic development and solves the unemployment crisis in the state.